So nice. That is a blue sky today. This is where I like to come and do a workout in the mornings. I just come over here. Right there. That's my spot from my mat. Ah, yeah. That's so nice. That one's getting a clean off. My guess is it's feeling like a spring day, so people are out cleaning their boats and getting excited for summer. As are we. Well, when we went out the other day, noticed that on our main there's some mold spots growing on it, so I don't really know. I have to look up how to clean that off. Yeah, look at the mold. Oh, it's so bad. Might just let this air out a bit in the sun. I can't for summer. It's so exciting. Oh, it stinks. Whew. We have sunshine today. It was raining this morning, and literally I looked outside, it was rainy and cloudy, and I came back in, and like 5 minutes later Lyndon looked out and the skies were starting to turn blue, and the sun came out, and it's still out, and it's very exciting.
But it's been raining for like 2 weeks.
Oops. Yes, it has been raining for 2 weeks, and it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and next week's supposed to be cold. But today
But then they are forecasting some better weather.
Yes. So it's very exciting. And hopefully Lyndon is getting to the issues we're having with the engine.
I'm trying to address, I've been noticing like a rainbow fuel pattern in the water from the exhaust. So I'm pulling the injectors out to see if this is one of them. This is the injector.
Can you tell anything by just looking
Well,
at it?
there is a bunch of carbon on the tip, and this one has sort of rust color on the end, so I don't know.
You don't think that looks bad?
I don't know. I mean, there's some buildup there for sure, but I think the injectors were changed close to 1,000 hours, and we're at like 1,150 now. So
does that mean it's time to change again?
No. I bought a new fuel pump because this one's leaking. Because when I put it in after I ran my test, where I cross-threaded the threads on the banjo fitting.
That's why it stopped running when we were going to go to Burgoyne Bay, right?
Well, no, I think it was just air in the system that I hadn't got bled out from when I changed that. But now it's leaking.
Oh.
So, ordered up a new one. Hopefully it'll come soon from Sweden.
Struggling? You're gonna be tired tomorrow. Whoa! I feel like that barbecue looks like it's gonna fall off. That's pretty good. Woo! I believe in you. You got this.
Maybe it's just on the cards today.
Okay, I'm gonna go warm up here.
Try, see if I give it all the beans here.
Are you out of beans?
Yeah.
I think you're out of beans.
So we have been, or one thing that we don't sort of have and we've been debating about is getting the life jackets. And we have a couple old ones which work fine, and the ones that sort of inflate, auto-inflate, they're a lot of money, and there's some rules about them that they're not considered a flotation device, so they have to be worn to be legal. But they have the sailing harness in them, which is nice. And so anyways, we've been debating it, and Tiff has come up with a solution that goes beyond ingenious. So here it is.
This is the wind.
Got the harness, the loop for the harness.
Yep. These are adjustable, so
I think it's rated to, oh, like what? 300 pounds probably could hold.
And weightage. A bit of a just working, fine-tuning.
This is a prototype,
design
so
details. So
don't don't be too harsh.
I had a quick release on there just in case things got hairy.
Yeah, in case you get tangled. Great job, Tiff, thinking out of the box.
Thanks to Mom and Dad for the balloons.
Thanks to my mother-in-law for sending the balloon.
Do you want me to make you one now? What color would be your preference? I have a nice teal.
Yeah, the teal is really nice.
I thought I used the teal. I can make you a nice teal one.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Anyway, I finished making the computer holder that I was sewing up.
Or as Tiff likes to call it, the pewter holder.
No, I don't. So anyways, I think it's really ugly, but it works. So we'll see. But this is it. It's nothing too crazy. Oops. Finished the edges, and I sewed in the side straps. I put a couple elastics on. I had just one, but it wasn't quite solid enough, so I added a second, and also just a little buffer between the computers because we have two of them. So this one goes in, I think I put that side top, like so, back pocket, and then you can pull these up around it, and then this one, but then you just take one of the elastics, put it around that one, there you go. It's nice to have them out of the way, and then they can still charge when they're up here. So I think it's all right. It's functional. It's not very pretty, but it's all right. But anyway, there you go, arts and crafts.
I pulled out the injectors and had them tested, and they tested out fine, so they got cleaned. Just put them back in. One of them was leaking fuel out of the top of it onto the cylinder head, so I'm hoping that was the cause of the fuel in the exhaust. So put them back in. Now I have to bleed the system, and I got to wire in our hour meter that I got.
So you don't actually know what the issue is yet?
I don't know. Hopefully this will fix it, but we'll see. So I put back all the injectors. I had them cleaned and checked to make sure they're operating properly, and I put them all back and fired up the engine, ran it for 20 minutes for it to warm up, and put all the coolant back and tightened everything down, and I was still getting quite a bit of leak by or blow by on the injectors, so I had to do a little I pulled the injectors out. I pulled the number 1 cylinder injector out. It was leaking. I then cleaned, there's a copper sleeve that the injector sits in, and then I started to do a little bit of a resurface with using this socket, and it's all taped together with a tiny bit of 220 grit on there. I just basically polished the mating surface that seals on the injector. Lots of engines, from what I've read, use a copper washer as a seal there, but this engine doesn't. So once that does go, you have to pull the head off and get new sleeves put in. So I just cleaned that up, tightened it down, and just ran the engine, and this number 1 cylinder is no longer leaking. So I'm going to pull the other two out. The number 2 cylinder isn't doing it, but I'm going to pull it out and do it anyways. And then the number 3 is leaking, so I'll pull them out, and hopefully that will fix that problem, and we can move on, and then I can bleed the whole diesel system, get all the air out. It should run like a top. So yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to support Lyndon and I on this adventure and the making of these videos, click on our Patreon link. Don't forget to subscribe. New episodes are out every Wednesday. Thanks for watching.